I'm going to show you the 5 easy steps to how to live stream on YouTube using OBS so that as soon as this video is finished, you can start live streaming. And we're starting right now. What is going on? My name is Nick. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your channel and make videos, I'm going to show you the 5 easy steps to how to live stream on YouTube using OBS so that as soon as this video is finished, you can start live streaming. And we're starting right now. To connect with your audience, or you wanting to increase the what is going on? My name is Nick. Try to use those live streams to rank videos, or you wanting to use it to just make videos quicker. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your channel and make videos and all types of other YouTube related stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss anything. I'm curious to know why you are wanting to live stream. Are you wanting to connect with your audience? Are you wanting to increase the watch time on your channel? Are you wanting to try to use those live streams to rank videos? Are you wanting to use it to just make videos quicker? What reason is it that you are wanting to live stream? Let me know down in the comments. Okay, so let's head over to the computer and I'm going to show you how to live stream on YouTube using OBS.
The very first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you have OBS Studio installed. It is available for Windows, Mac, or Linux, and it is absolutely free. Once you have OBS Studio installed into your computer, then if you do not see this black skin here, but you want it, all you have to do is go into your settings panel, and underneath the theme, under the general tab, you can just click on that, and you can change it from the default to the dark. I know a lot of YouTubers are into dark stuff like me, so just wanted to go ahead and give you that side tip. Once you have it looking the way that you want to go into your youtube.com/live_dashboard inside of your Creator Studio. Once you are there, you want to scroll all the way down and you're going to see an area that says Encoder Setup. You'll want to copy the stream name /key. So to do that, you want to click the Reveal option and then you highlight it, copy it, and then go ahead and click hide. Now make sure that you keep this key to yourself, because if someone else has this key, that gives them the ability to stream on your account, and nobody wants that. Once you have your key, you go back into OBS, you go over to the right, you will see a settings option, you click on that, you'll go under the streams tab, and you want to make sure that you have streaming services selected. From the drop down here, you want to make sure that you have YouTube, and then you want to make sure that you have primary YouTube ingest server selected. From there, you are just going to paste your key into the stream key box. Once you have that set up, you want to hit apply, and then hit OK. Next, we are going to assume that you already have your webcam hooked up to your computer. If you do not, go ahead and plug in your webcam, and then you want to go under the sources menu here. Where it says sources, you want to go down and you want to click the little plus icon.
You can start live streaming, and we're starting right now. What is going on? My name is Nick. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your channel and make videos and all types of other YouTube related stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss anything. I'm curious to know why you are wanting to live stream. Are you wanting to connect with your audience? Are you wanting to increase the watch time on your channel? Are you wanting to, try to use those live streams to rank videos? Are you wanting to use it to just make videos quicker? What reason is it that you are wanting to live stream? Let me know down in the comments. Okay, so let's head over to the computer and I'm going to show you how to live stream on YouTube using OBS.
The very first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you have OBS Studio installed. It is available for Windows, Mac, or Linux, and it is absolutely free. Once you have OBS Studio installed into your computer, then if you do not see this black skin here, but you want it, all you have to do is go into your settings panel, and underneath the theme, under the general tab, you can just click on that, and then you can change it from the default to the dark. So I know a lot of YouTubers are into the dark stuff like me, so just wanted to go ahead and give you that side tip. Once you have it looking the way that you want to go into your youtube.com/live_dashboard inside of your Creator Studio. Once you are there, you want to scroll all the way down and you're going to see an area that says Encoder Setup. You'll want to copy the stream name /key. So to do that, you want to click the Reveal option and then you highlight it, copy it, and then go ahead and click hide. Now make sure that you keep this key to yourself, because if someone else has this key, that gives them the ability to stream on your account, and nobody wants that. Once you have your key, you go back into OBS, you go over to the right, you will see a settings option, you click on that. You'll go under the Streams tab, and you want to make sure that you have streaming services selected. From the drop down here, you want to make sure that you have YouTube, and then you want to make sure that you have primary YouTube ingest server selected. From there, you are just going to paste your key into the stream key box. Once you have that set up, you want to hit apply and then hit OK. Next, we are going to assume that you already have your webcam hooked up to your computer. If you do not, go ahead and plug in your webcam, and then you want to go under the sources menu here where it says sources. You want to go down and you want to click the little plus icon. When you do that, it's going to give you a bunch of different options, which I will go into in later tutorials, but in this one, you want to add video capture device. Give it any name that you want to. And then it's going to basically put on the screen the camera that you are pulling from. So if you get this square box like I see right here, then what you want to do is you want to click on the resolution tab, go to custom, and then you want to select the resolution that you want to push your video through at. Then you hit OK. And from there, there's one more step, but I'm going to give you a side tip as well. When you test everything to make sure that you have it up and running, one problem that a lot of people get when they are going live is they get an audio sync problem that happens. In order to fix that, all you have to do is you have to go into your mixer option here, and you will see that you have an option for whichever audio device it is that you're using. So what you want to do in that situation is you just want to adjust the milliseconds on the audio to compensate for that lag. For me, usually between 200 and 500 usually does the trick. Once you have everything set up inside of OBS that we just went over, you want to head over to back to your YouTube streaming page. From there, you want to make sure that you put your title and your description just like you normally would for a video, because these live videos, when you do them, they can rank as well. So you want to make sure that you get everything together in your meta. And for your tags, you want to make sure that you click on the advanced settings here. And when you do that, then you can click on basic info, and then that will allow you to add your tags there as well. So once you have that part of it set up, I strongly recommend that you do a private stream first, or an unlisted stream that you share with friends, so that you can, make sure that your audio is synced up and make sure that everything is coming out exactly the way that you want to. And as long as everything is set up the way that you want to, then you go back into OBS and then you hit start streaming. And when that happens, you'll keep an eye on this up here where it says offline. And then once your stream starts going through, it's going to say starting. And then right now it is telling me that I am live. So one thing that you can do is you can test your audio sync right here on this, or you can also test your audio sync by actually opening up your channel page and going to the specific URL of your stream, which would be whatever your channel is /live. Then once your stream is over, all you have to do is go back into OBS and you hit stop streaming. And then from there, YouTube will close everything else down, and then you are taken care of and your first stream is complete.
This video is part of a playlist on how to live stream on YouTube. So if you want to learn more advanced options inside of OBS, make sure that you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if I've already made the tutorials live by the time that you've gotten here, then I will put a card up here somewhere to the actual playlist. So you can just click on that and then go find whatever topic it is that you're interested about live streaming here on YouTube. To see what that's going to look like and to see what you're going to be able to do once you're finished with the playlist, I'm going to put a link to my live stream up here at the top of the screen in an info card. So make sure that you click that, and then you'll be able to see how I'm currently running my streams, and you can watch a stream and learn some stuff, and you can see how I'm using OBS and the different things that I'm getting it to do. If you are not already subscribed, make sure to go ahead and hit the round icon so that you don't miss anything, including the live streams. And besides that, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. In this OBS Studio tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make your live streams look awesome, and we're starting right now. What is going on? My name is Nick. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your channel, make videos, and all types of other YouTube related stuff, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. You're going to love this. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's go to the computer.
Okay, so now that we're at the computer, I'm going to show you how to take a boring looking scene like this and make it into something like this where you can have chat on it, to where you can do like video transitions and things like that. You can also do it to where you add tickers, to where you have like a little sidebar to where you're doing like a split screen, and you can transfer everything back and forth super easy, and it can be cool with the transitions as well. Of course, you wouldn't want to use transitions as heavy as I just did, but I'm just showing you the example of what it is that I'm going to be showing you. So the first thing that we need to do in order to get all of this stuff rolling is we need to go up to the scene selection or scene collection and select new, and that's going to blank everything out. As soon as I do this, it's going to remove my webcam, so I'm going to add that in as well and show you how to do that also. So for this, I'm just going to call this TB demo. And as you can see, it took away my webcam, so I'm going to go ahead and add that by adding a capture device. And I'm just going to call that webcam. And that will get us taken care of there. Now, as you can see, when it first came on, it's really zoomed in and blown up. And on yours, if you see it and it comes in like this, all you have to do to fix that is you just change the resolution down here to custom, and then you change it to the actual frame size that you're going to be going out at. In my case, it's 1920 by 1080, and then I hit OK, and then as you can see, it brings everything, you know, to the normal ratio. So once I have that in place, this is going to be my blank starting point. So once I have that in place, I'm going to go down to my scenes down here in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, and I'm going to choose rename. And then for this one, I'm just going to change this to main plane. And then that tells me anytime I click on this, anytime I transition to this, no matter what, it's just going to be a plain thing that's happening, just me right here on the screen. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to build onto this. So I'm going to duplicate it here. I'm going to right click on main plane, and I'm going to hit duplicate. And then I'm going to do main with a ticker. And then what that gives me the ability to do is add additional sources over here. So I have one scene here that nothing else is going to be on, and then this one here is going to be all of the ticker graphics to make the actual ticker that goes along the bottom of the screen. No matter what. So here I'm going to click. It's going to be a plain thing that's happening. Just me. I'm going to do ticker on the screen. So the next thing I want to do is I want to build onto that. It's going to ask me where the file is. Here I'm going to right click on main plane. I'm going to hit OK. And then there you can see this graphic that is now showing up at the bottom of my screen. Now, how this is going to work is it's going to be this graphic over here. And then I'm going to have a layer of text, and then after that layer of text, then I'm going to have a covering graphic, ticker graphic. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to hit plus, and then I'm going to add that covering graphic right now. So I'm going to do ticker on the screen, and I'm going to grab this. Now, as you can see right here, when I pull this in, if you look at this little area right here, you can see it's transparent. Okay, so basically what's happening here is this is going to allow the text to show up, to appear behind this, and then disappear into this side as well while keeping the TubeBuddy logo. After that layer of text, okay? Now with this, just so you know what's going on, is all of this stuff that I'm showing you right now, I actually built this for TubeBuddy for the stream that I do there. So if you want to learn even more YouTube stuff, I'm going to put a link to the TubeBuddy channel, so you can definitely head over to them, because me and other YouTube experts are over there, you know, sharing information to help you grow your channel as well. So the next thing that we want to do is I'm going to actually click on the little lock icon for all three of these. And the reason that is because I'm going to have to move the text around once I get it in here. So if I have these locked, then I can click anywhere on the screen, move anything that I want, and nothing is going to be selected or moved. So it's just kind of like a fail-safe. Click on plus, and then I'm going to go to text. And then here, I'm just going to make sure that says text. And then here, I'm going to put in just anything for the sake of the demo. And then once I have what it is that I'm going to be saying in the text, you can see it right up here at the top. You can see it's kind of small, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into select font, and in this case, I'm actually going to find the fonts that I was using. This is a really cool thing about OBS, is it lets you select different fonts, so you can make sure that, you know, things are matching up with your branding and all of that. So I'm going to select a different font, I'm going to hit OK, And then I'm going to click OK on this as well. Once I have that in place, then I can grab the text and I can bring it down. Now, as you can see, it's really small right now. So on a mobile device, this would be pretty much impossible to read. So I'm going to grab one of these corners and I'm just going to start moving it. And as you can see, that's going to scale that text up and make it a little bit bigger and a little bit easier to read. From there, I'm going to just bring it down the screen. And then because I have this selected, I can just tap on the arrow buttons to kind of fine tune it as far as getting it into the right place that I want it to be. And then as you can see over here in the sources section, I'm going to just bring it at the very top, and it's covering up the TubeBuddy logo, and because I have not very flattering right now. I can just in order to fix that, what I have to do is I have to take the text and I have to bump it down a notch. And then now I've got that nice looking section going in and out. This is at the very top, and it's covering up the TubeBuddy logo, and because I have not very flattering right now. So in order to fix that, what I'm going to do now is I have to take the text and I have to bump it down. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to filters. Here I'm going to click on the plus sign and then I'm going to click on scroll. And then here, I want to show you this real quick. Let me move this over to here. So when I move this horizontal speed, you can see the text is going to start to move. Now I can make it really fast to where, you know, people are reading it really fast and all that, or I can slow it down, make it something a little bit more reasonable. In this case, I'm going to go with like a 31. That's fine. So it's still coming along, it's still moving along, but it's not so much that it's ridiculously distracting. So once I have that speed, I'm going to hit close. And then as you can see, the ticker is going to be flowing along there nicely during any time that I want that to show. So now we have two scenes. We have the main plane, and then we have the main ticker, okay? So the next thing that we want to do is we're going to duplicate that main plane again, and I'm going to call this one cam with chat, okay? Now with this one, we're going to do that same exact thing. We're going to go to the plus, and I'm going to add an image here, and this is going to be... I'm just going to call this one background because there's not a lot that's going to be happening in this scene. So I'm going to find that, and then I'm going to bring it in. Now, as you can see right here, the area that I have right here, it's already taken away. So I saved this image here out of Photoshop as a transparent PNG. Okay, so basically I removed the background layer so that I could save it so I'd be able to see through this. Now, another option that I would have had was to make the same graphic, but actually put a square on the screen in this area and then grab my picture or my video image there and scale it down and try to fine tune it to make sure that everything is in the right place and the right size. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to lock this background so I'm not clicking on it. I'm going to click on the webcam, and then now you can see when I move this, because I have that area transparent, it doesn't have to be perfect. I can just move it in, kind of scoot it into place, and then fine-tune it a little bit with my arrow keys, and then there we go. I don't have to spend a ton of time sitting there trying to make everything match up. And in addition to that, I also get a little bit of a drop shadow over here to kind of give it a little bit of an additional look, so to speak. Now, the next thing that we want to do is something that I get asked about a ton, and that is showing the chat on the screen, because we have to put it in this little area over here so that viewers can see the live chat for this particular scene when we show this. Here is I'm going to bring my live streaming page over, and I'm going to show you how to do this. When you go to your live streaming page on YouTube, you click here, and then you click on Pop Out Chat. When you do that, they're going to give you a URL up here at the top. You want to copy that, and then you can close it. And then after you close that, you can actually just move that right out of the way or close the window or whatever, and it's okay because you have that URL. That's all that you need. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go down to plus in my scenes. Or in my sources, actually, I'm going to go down to plus, I'm going to choose browser source. Here I'm going to make this chat as the identifier. And then you can see here there's already a URL here going to OBS project, but I'm going to override that with my YouTube chat, okay? That URL that I just got. Now, because I've already built this for, you know, the thing that I'm doing with TubeBuddy, so I've already built this, I already know that the width of this is going to be way too big. So I'm going to take the width of this down to 520, and I'm going to take the height to, let's say, let's do 890, okay? From there, I'm going to hit OK, and then you'll see the chat is now popping up on the screen. I just grab that, and I bring it over here and get it into place, okay? I could leave it like this, and it would be perfectly okay. I mean, if it just looks like this and you have the white on there, it's fine. But if you look at this from a design standpoint, I have all of these dark elements. I'm wanting people to focus on the TubeBuddy logo down there, which, by the way, if you don't have TubeBuddy installed yet, I've got a link to that in the description. But I want to draw people's attention to the TubeBuddy logo, and I want them looking at my screen. I want them looking at the chat as well, but I don't want them to be overwhelmed and distracted by what's going on in the chat. So what I have to do for that is I have to put in a CSS code, which I have in a notepad here, and I'll actually put this as a resource link down in the description below. But I have a some CSS code that I'm going to drop into this chat option right here. So I'm going to right click on chat, I'm going to hit properties, and I'm going to delete this in the CSS area right here, and then I'm going to paste in all of this code right here. And again, I'm going to have a resource link to this down in the description, so you'll be able to get this same exact code down in that description if you want this. And then I'm going to hit OK, and then you'll see that it made my text bigger, and it also took away that background, so now it's not as distracting. It's still distracting, especially when it's all moving around, but it's not as distracting. So what we've done there is now we have this chat area so that people that are watching can see their chat come up on the screen, right? So I'm just going to click on something there, and then that fills that box out, and you can see right there, as you can see, you know, can you see this? That it completely out and makes everything look nice and clear. Now, to be picky, I would want to scoot this down here just a tad because that's a little bit too tight up there at the top for me. So I would bring it down to something like that, maybe bring up the bottom a little bit, but you can fine tune yours when you're making your graphics for your live stream. So now we have 3 chats. Now we have 3 scenes, in here. We have the main plane, we have the main ticker, and then we also have this, which is our cam with chat. So we're starting to create, you know, a nice production here, right? Like, this is looking really professional. It's looking great. Everything is nice and organized, you know, real easy to follow what's going on. And a really awesome thing about this is down here in the sources part, you don't have just a humongous pile of stuff down there, right? You can just switch it as you need it instead of having a bunch of things that you have to sort through in order to make these same things happen. And you don't have to drag things around all the time and resize the frame and all of that. So this makes it so much easier. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the main plane again. And this one is, and as you can see in the sources here, the only thing, again, that we're starting with is just the webcam by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to grab the image that I made. And then with this, you can see I'm kind of, you know, covered up there or whatever, but the graphic over here is where you would put, there we go, is where you would put the, you know, any additional information that you have. But what you would do in this case with the webcam is I'm going to lock that. And then with the webcam, I can just take this, drag it over, just like this. And then there we go, I'm nice and centered. So let's say that I'm talking here in the main plane, and then I want to say